Hi guys, it's me Monico. How are you guys doing? Anyways, I'm just gonna go over my injuries and as to why I am wearing this halo. So it makes a lot of sense for people because I don't think I actually explained what my injuries are. I was in a motor vehicle collision. The stupid guy just ran into me, T-boned me, and I don't remember a lot. So I'm trying to wipe my face. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't remember a lot. I was just told what I was told by certain people that are kind of in and out my room. So I'm not even sure if that's facts. And what is going on? I gotta clean that up. So sorry. I didn't know that was on my face till now. I had a thoracic vertebral fracture, which means in common sense, you know, common people terms, I pretty much just broke my neck. You can see the scar right here, which I had surgery on. That's where they did the incision and did the plate, stuff like that. They put that right there. I had a cervical vertebral fracture, which means I broke my spine, and pretty much that's like the worst break you can do because that's where people are actually paralyzed. So I am grateful that I'm moving around with all my arms and limbs. And I was actually getting emotional because I was like Googling this up. So I'm like, what does this release paper mean? And I'm just looking at it, I was getting like hella emotional because I could have died, I could have been paralyzed. So by the grace of God, I'm still here living. Even though I have this device on, I rather have this on than being, 6 feet under the ground or something, So pretty much people are saying, "Damn, you're a miracle," and I'm like, I realize that, but sometimes I forget, and I get so comfortable in this position that I forgot, where I came from, and I do have some PTSD moments to where I do wake up crying. So I'm gonna see a therapist. I just gotta get it set up with everything, and just cause like I haven't had it recently, but like when I first came home, it was kind of bad. Or when I wake up from naps, it was just like if I get really dizzy, and I start spinning. That spinning motion would kind of kick it in, and I'm not sure how to stop that. I don't know. So the nausea pills are not working, so I don't know. I have acute right hemiparalysis, which means that my whole right side was pretty much like numb. I couldn't really move it or feel it. So that was really bad because, as I said earlier about being paralyzed, I could have had my whole right side paralyzed, and I would have been, disabled, and I would have had, not really, I'm 29. I think it's like, 29 is a bit too young to be paralyzed in my opinion, but it can happen to like anybody, But I was like, how about I go from being independent to, actually, be somewhat disabled at the moment. So I'm glad it's just temporary. I do feel the numbness and the tingling from time to time. I told my doctor that, and he did x-rays and everything's fine, but I'm still kind of worried about it, and my whole right side is still not the strength to where it can be, and I'm grateful for the strength that I have, and hopefully PT will actually help me in that, because I'm kind of worried about that, because I want to go back to work, and I want to drive and still use the whole right side of my body. I just don't want to be, a permanent, acute right hemiparalysis. I don't want that, but I rather have that than be dead. I had post-operative urinary retention, which means I couldn't really pee on my own after surgery, which is like hella common. um, but they were kind of worried about me, honestly, because like I was doing that before, peeing and pooping on my own. And I had catar a correct something, I don't know, so that they put up in your vagina to your bladder, and like they helps you, move your pee out your system uh by the gravity or whatever. I don't know what it really does, but it pretty much helps you pee, if you can't really pee on your own. And then when I think it's a catheter. Okay, I don't know what the word is, but I know what I seen and what I felt, and when they put it in the first shot, I was just kind of like, oh, all right, everybody has seen my vagina. I was like, everybody's seen everything else. They see me the whole naked and everything, and I was just like, whatever at this point, you know. Um, I had that put on me like 3 or 4 times because I was having like my bladder would get like super full and I had to go, but I was making myself to go use the bathroom, and it wouldn't come out. Like when I first tried it, I had like so much pee come out. I was like, what's going on? Like, and like it would start hurting and stuff, and it's like, bro, I gotta go, and it's either they either did that or did a UTI or I get a UTI, and I'm not trying to get a UTI in a hospital. Like hell no, So that was very interesting, honestly. So I don't want that again, And they were just trying to really make me just use the bathroom and be like, walk to the bathroom. I think they were just trying to get me out there as soon as possible because like they were like really rushing me to get out of the hospital, and I was like, why are you guys like rushing me? I don't understand this whatsoever. And I don't know if they didn't feel comfortable with me being there or what, or because not a lot of people over there had experience with this Halo device. I was brought by ambulance. I was in the ER. I was in ICU for a couple of days, and out of ICU, I was on the 5th floor of the hospital for like the rest of my stay. So it was like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I was on the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I was on the 5th floor for like 5 days. Um, I don't know. I just have a lot to say about my whole hospital visit, which I kind of put in another video. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but like, I figure what a person who has these traumatic injuries, I figured they'll take more of my vocal opinion, but they didn't. So whatever. But I'll probably go to the Bessemer one instead of the Tuscaloosa one because Bessemer they kind of like listen to me more. But over there, they just was just kind of like, nope, 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 nope. We're gonna do what we want to do because like we knew better. And I was like, well, I know my own body better. So yeah, but I have a doctor's appointment coming. I have like 2, and they said around 4 weeks stay I can get this off. And I'll be more about like actual like neck brace. And they said that I have to regain all my muscles in my neck back because I literally like broke my neck. Like I went from like having no surgery to like having one of the worst surgery injuries I could possibly have, and I made it out, fine. So, because like there, people were telling me, oh, you could have been paralyzed, you could have been dead, like a lot of people were like very concerned and worried about me because when I came out of the surgery, I was just kind of like not moving or nothing, and people were like, like, and people were like asking like how old I was in hospital. I was like, I'm 29. They were like, oh wow, you're young, and I was like, yeah, I'm young, So a lot of people were just kind of worried that I'll take a turn for the worse. But I had like a lot of people watching out for me, praying for me, checking up on me, messaging me, making sure that everything was okay. A lot of people didn't actually believe that this had happened because like the people who I used to live with before I moved down here, they were like, they weren't. I don't know. I called them and they were like, "Are you joking?" Because like they went through something else kind of personal with another friend of theirs, so they were like, "Oh, not again," So they're like, oh, not her, not her. And everybody's gonna say, oh, you're so nice, this happened to you. And I was like, yeah, nice things happen to people. I'm not just gonna be, just because I'm nice, it doesn't mean anything bad is gonna happen to me. It is what it is. But it's really like a humbling moment because, like, I have people like wash me, like help me eat, help me get dressed, and like before then I was doing it all on my own. So now having help and asking for help before I make things worse for myself has been a very kind of like not tiring, but I want to do it on my own, but I know I can't. So just doing it kind of makes me kind of like really humble myself and make myself kind of like be aware like how my body moves now. You know, I can't move it how I usually move it, or like treat myself any kind of way. I gotta really put my health first. You know, like I actually put it first, not just say it but do it. I gotta really put my health at first and make sure that I'm good, because like I realize that that sorry that I always put myself out there for people, and you know it never really comes back to me to where I feel like I'm appreciated. But like this time around, like a lot of people have been pouring into me, make sure I'm okay, praying for me. So I can't wait to get back in the game and actually, you know, start paying everybody back. You know, either spend time with them or just keeping them updated, or make sure everybody knows what's going on. Because I didn't realize how short life was actually until it happened. Because like I could have actually died. So um, it's I don't know, like now I gotta take my life a little bit more seriously than I ever did. I actually gotta like go for what I want and not just care about like what, like I gotta live my life. I can't just be stagnant or just be like like this world offers so much, and for me not to take the opportunity for it, it's kind of ridiculous. So it kind of makes me realize that life is hell important more than anything, and that God comes first, then your family, and then whatever else is there will take care of itself. So yeah. Um, so that's really what are my injuries are. I'm not sure if I explained them or not. I know I said I broke my neck and my spine, but I never really went into details about like what actually was the issue, what I broke. And I think they said C3 to C4 or 5, and I broke C7. So I went from like no injuries besides asthma, and then having a hell of a lot more injuries and asthma, and then they tightened up my vest so much to where I couldn't breathe. And I think they didn't know I had asthma until like I had a full-blown asthma attack at the hospital. They were like, we gotta loosen this up for her because she cannot breathe. And I do have some chest pains now and then. I'm not sure if from the accident or what. And I think I believe I broke some ribs, but they never really said anything about that, because like I don't know, I just think I broke a rib or so. I think I did, because like whenever I try to breathe, it's like some kind of sharp pain. I'm just kind of like, it's not coming from my chest, it's like below. So I don't know what that is. But anyways, I'm gonna go now, and see you guys next video. Bye.